This episode of the Lab Video Game TV is sponsored by Prism Games.
One very unique VR co-op puzzle adventure is dropping this summer. Arguably, the best VR mech sim is getting a co-op campaign, and a whole bunch more indie and VR releases inbound. It's one more round of the Lab Video Game TV. Damier, Lila, and Ghost takes an innovative approach to puzzles in VR.
Iron Rebellion
is close to its highly anticipated single-player co-op campaign. And we're getting ready for more freestyle clips. You want in? Send your best gameplay clips to contact at thelabvideogametv.com to be featured on Flow 1 in 25 Caribbean countries. Grab a MetaQuest key for Interlocked Puzzle Islands in this episode's Game Key giveaway. Be in the know. Visit the website at thelabvideogametv.com and download the Stream Blue app to watch us on Flow on the go. Check out the Lab Video Game TV's gaming news during the Sage projects on Ontario's Island Radio, 101.3 FM and CJAI.ca every Thursday at 4 p.m. I'm the Sage, and you've just entered the Lab.
Watch Season 13 of the Lab Video Game TV in 25 Caribbean countries only on Flow 1. Download the Caribbean's premium streaming app Stream Blue to watch on the go. International video game and esports journalist Wayne Benjamin presents the Lab Video Game TV since 2003. Our game is never over.
This episode of the Lab Video Game TV is sponsored by Talent Digital.
It's birds versus worms, vampires versus humans, and a whole bunch more indie and VR releases inbound. It's one more round of the Lab Video Game TV. Talent Digital hosted a playtest for this hilarious new PvP extraction shooter called Pecking Order. Dennis Dyack, the creative director behind Eternal Darkness and Legacy of Kain of indie publishing and development company Apocalypse Studio, releases Dead House Sonata on Steam. And there's a whole lot of new indie and VR experiences just waiting to be experienced. The Lee Meister Papalema, while escorting Diana in Pragmata, finished the opposition at point blank range in this week's freestyle clip. You want in? Send your best gameplay clips to contact at thelabvideogametv.com to be featured on Flow 1 in 25 Caribbean countries. Grab a PS5 key for it reaches in this episode's Game Key giveaway. Be in the know. Visit the website at thelabvideogametv.com. Download the Stream Blue app to watch us on Flow on the go. Check out the Lab Video Game TV's gaming news during the Sage projects on Ontario's Island Radio, 101.3 FM and CJAI.ca every Thursday at 4 p.m. I'm the Sage, and you've just entered the Lab. Originally released in early access on Steam June 6, 2024 by developer and publisher Astral Clocktower Studios. Now with a 1.0 release on PC, PS5 and Xbox Series on April 23, 2026 with a Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 release date to be announced. Kristala, the Vermin vs. Feline Dark Fantasy ARPG, had a rough 1.0 release. I read the reviews, took it for a spin myself, and while I did like it, its visuals, gameplay mechanics, story, and voice acting, I did experience some of the rough edges. However, I must applaud these indie developers for what's looking like a redemption comeback story. Kristala is looking and feeling better, with bugs being squashed relentlessly by the dev team, who are taking constructive criticism well and working tirelessly to deliver on this ambitious project with at least 17 patches since the 1.0 launch. Now with the latest Resurgence update. If you've been with Kristala since early access or new to the fight, now's a great time to jump in or back in, thanks to Player Found for the Steam key.
And so begin we again, Raxaka.
Watch Season 13 of the Lab Video Game TV in 25 Caribbean countries only on Flow 1. Download the Caribbean's premium streaming app Stream Blue to watch on the go. International video game and esports journalist Wayne Benjamin presents the Lab Video Game TV since 2003. Our game is never over.
You're watching the Lab Video Game TV Live. Our game is never over.
Welcome back to one more round of Select Live here on the Lab Video Game TV Live. Today I'm going to run through some Kristala. I got a bit to say about this one because this is one hell of a comeback story indeed. Special thanks to all my viewers watching on Trovo Live, on Twitch and on YouTube. And a shout out to my Caribbean family as well, as usual. Because you can watch the TV series, the Lab Video Game TV, in 25 Caribbean countries on Flow 1. You can download the Stream Blue app in the Caribbean to watch on the go. And my Ontario peeps, you can listen to the Lab Video Game TV's gaming news every Thursday at 4 p.m. during the Sage Projects on Ontario's Island Radio 101.3 FM. That's the Sage Projects 3 till 5. With some video game journalism at 4 p.m. Everyone else, everywhere else in the world, can check out that same radio series live at cjai.ca. And it's made in a video format as well, which is usually released the following Friday, which is today. So the gaming news, you can check it out in video form on YouTube right now and later on the TV series as well. So today we've got Kristala. It was originally released in early access June 6, 2024 by developer and publisher Astral Clocktower Studios. It now has its 1.0 release on PC, and it's met a pretty rough start. That was April 23rd, 2026 when the 1.0 released, and it was a pretty rocky start. It had some bugs, it had some glitches. You'll be playing the game and the audio would just chip out, and some other strange little quirks and whatnot. But yeah, it's now available on consoles as well. It's on PS5, it's on Xbox Series, and it's coming to Nintendo Switch 1 and 2. That date will be announced soon. But PS5 players, PC players, and Xbox players can get Kristala right now. There's a demo available on I know there's a demo available on the PlayStation Store, and I believe there's a demo on Steam as well. I'm not certain about Xbox. Maybe there's a demo as well. But yeah, like I said, it had a pretty rough start, but it's been around for quite some time, and the devs have been working on it, tirelessly, listening to feedback, and we're working really hard. There's been 17 patches since, since 1.0, and on top of that, we now have the Resurgence update. In the background, you can see the Resurgence roadmap, and the Resurgence roadmap promises a lot of stuff, and I have reason to believe that these aren't some rip and run off devs. They're gonna stick with it, and they're gonna stick with it for as long as possible. I can tell that this is a passion project, and they're really deep into it. It says in the near future, there were more bug fixes and optimization, ongoing performance improvements and stability updates, UI and menu refinements, continued enemy AI and boss polish, expanding character customization, and I think you can see the rest. I was blocking a part of it, so I just read what you cats couldn't see. But the point is that Astral Clocktower Studios ain't gonna leave this one to hang. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get a lot of support from these developers, as it's getting a lot of support right now. But here's the thing, why I can safely say it's one hell of a redemption story, one hell of a comeback story, because when I first got the key some weeks ago and I took it for a spin, thanks again to PlayerFound, by the way, for hooking me up with the Steam key. But what I'm saying is, when I originally got the key, I went over to Steam and I looked at it, and I think it had a mostly negative rating on Steam, right? I think it was mostly negative, or maybe it was mixed. Somewhere below mixed, however, was the rating. And if you look at the rating today on Steam, I think it's mostly positive. And that is one hell of a turnaround in a very short space of time. You can tell that the fans were there from the foundation And when it was released, they were a bit pissed, but they still loved Kristala. And the second the devs started to, get the ducks in a row, they were back. And I also believe that even people who were not long-time fans, because the game looks good, it feels good, it has great voice acting and an interesting story. I'm not a great fan of the whole playing as an animal thing, but I'll do it if it's presented well, if it's executed properly, and it's executed pretty well right here. I'm going to cut the talking real soon and get to the meat of the matter. Like I said, I experienced a little bit of Kristala, and so this is not like a 100% first impressions run, but I didn't get too far. It's also got some Souls-like elements to it from what I remember, so I may not get too far regardless. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. Let me get this. That's down. Yeah. Kristala. Hold on. Be cool. Should pop up in a sec. But yeah, there you go. A game about badass cats. I'm in here. Yeah, I'm more of a cat person than a dog person, to be honest with you. I'm no great animal lover, but if I have to choose, it'll be a cat. Cats are smarter. You don't have to clean up behind them that much, especially if you live in a place like Jamaica where you can allow your cat to just roam freely, go out and in as they please. Then there's no reason to be. A cat wants to go outside and handle its business in private and cover it up and come back in. A dog, it'll just do that right in front of you. I'm saying? A dog doesn't give a shit. So yeah, cats are smarter and they're a whole lot more resourceful and independent creatures. It's Kristala, people. We're going to check this out for about an hour or so. Can't promise you how far I'm going to reach, but I do like it. I really do like Kristala. And that's why I'm happy to give it another chance, because it felt good and it looked good. There's something about it. Boom, shakalaka. Okay. Let me see something real quick. Oh. Yeah, that was wrong. Okay, so we got game audio. And let me see. My mic is on. I wasn't here talking to myself the entire time. That is good. So it is Kristala. So like I said, I started before, but I want us to take this journey together. So I'm going to start a brand new game. No, don't do that. Hold on. That's what I want to do. Can I? Yeah, that works. I always work with. I'll take a battle mage today. That works. Yeah, definitely. Raise the undead. A little bit of necromancy right there for you. Channels the energy of the dead to summon an undead feline fighter to fight. That's interesting, kind of creepy, but yeah. Hurls a blood spear at the casters. I'll work with a blood spear. I was never really a fan of zombies, you see, so yeah. I always found zombies to be quite nasty creatures, and vampires with all that blood sucking and whatnot. But yeah, I always found zombies to be quite disturbing. Nasty creatures. Nasty mythical creatures. I mean, mind you, I love a good undead apocalypse movie, but there aren't very many good undead apocalypse movies. But I find one like 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. Yeah, I'll dig that. 28 Years Later was complete and utter fucking garbage. Fucking shame, really. But the first two, those are good. So my point is, I do like the original difficulty, a less challenging difficulty, the easiest difficulty, the original. Let's go original. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, let's just go original. Yeah, I don't like zombies. I don't like the undead. But if it's done well in a film, yeah. If it's done well in a game like the Walking Dead game, yeah, that's cool. I've played quite a few good zombie games, actually. Quite a few. Dead Island is also good, and The Living Remain is also good, and Propagation Paradise Hotel, that's also good. Yeah, I've played good stuff. But I still find the whole rotting corpse thing disgusting, and walking rotting corpses are even more disgusting. So I didn't particularly want to have one.
Before Isla, there dwelled an age ended in Starfall. When, in the night of shards, 6 crystals fell scattered by the skies, we awoke Anakativa. Reshaped by their will, the crystals offered us wisdom and power and purpose. But covetous of their favor, we squabbled, leading clan against clan in war for the shards of a shattered god. While in the shadow of our greed stood a race of prey, woefully forgot. The Kota Kaya. In their numbered plagues, they too pled for purpose. But they were not by favor blessed. Thus abandoned, began a feud felt still in the bones of this world. For want of wisdom would we all have perished, if not for the meddling of one foolish cup. Had not Elaria of Nisaga, marked by favor a Kristalan, united the clans in common purpose. From her memory rose the Order of Raksaka, holy knights favored to stand sentinel in Elaria's stead. Since that day, and on each year thereafter, 6 among the clans would be chosen, marked by the crystals to bear Elaria's burden. But only one may pass the test. Only one wreathed Raksaka. And so begin we again, Raksaka, initiate yet favored, ye who is marked for proving.
Raksaka.
You know, I remembered this happened the first time I played it. I remember this happened. I'm not sure what I did to... But I remember this happened. Hold on a second. This is the first actual glitch that I had. I'm not sure what I did to... Like, the game has already started, but this... Hold on a second. Hold on a second here. I don't remember what the hell I did to get out of here, though. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure something out. It's a shame that I'm still meeting up on this, though. Like... Hold on. maybe I should just... I'm not certain what I did to actually clear this up, but I guess I'm gonna figure it out right now. This is unfortunate. Not the greatest second impression. This did happen to me the first time I played it. I don't really remember what the hell I did to get past it, but I'm gonna figure it out now. You know, apologies to all who was watching. These things do happen though. It is live, and apparently not every bug was ironed out. That exact same thing happened to me the very first time I started this up. Maybe, I think what I'm going to do is see if I can skip the entire story and see what happens. That'd be a shame though. Well, worst case scenario, it doesn't work. It should though. It should. It is Kristala by developer and publisher. You know, hold on a second. All right, let it finish loading. Yeah, anyway, it's Kristala by developer and publisher Astral Clock Tower Studios. I want to say thank you once again to Player Found for hooking me up with the Steam key. I really appreciate it. Okay.
By a Larial descent are we Kristalans made kin.
So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to start from the top.
But blood alone does not make one Raksarka. No.
I really wanted to
The Order is a breed born of deed.
Hold on. Yeah, I wanted to start from the top, but hold on a second. Let's see something real quick. Because, I mean, obviously it works. I mean, it works, but... Let me see something. I can get through this real fast. It should work. If I skip the cutscene, it should work.
Before Isla, there dwelled an age ended in Starfall. When, in the night of shards,
Alright, skipping the cutscene works. Okay, so if you guys happen to meet up on this, just skip the first cutscene. What's gonna happen when you skip the second cutscene or the third cutscene? Not certain, but that worked. Anyway,
You initiates do get about.
see, I love the way this game looks. It looks good. Looks good.
Before you, I bear a legendary task, set forth in days of yore by Elaria of the Nisaga. To become Raksaka, you must first embark upon a proving journey to each of the 6 clans. Stand judgment before the sacred crystals. Such is your trial. I've arranged for a ranger to accompany you in your travels through Dalamace. Though it seems he has not yet arrived. You might seek him out westward at his Jakanda lookout. He goes by the name Dibar. Return you then to find me in Nissa when you are ready for your first judgment. Safe travels, Raksaka.
Thank you kindly. Take your time. Okay. Interact with Y. You can also use your verminous arms to teleport back to the last visited Elariel font, automatically triggering the effects of a rest. Okay. Cool. Okay, so let's activate. Alright, so that's a waypoint and a checkpoint and a save point. Correct? Okay, so RB for light attack and RT to perform a heavy attack. Okay, okay, RT and RB. Gotcha. They can also be charged for increased power by holding down the... Okay. Okay, that's light, that's heavy, and I can hold on heavy. Got you. Letter of Appreciation, a missive from Arius Stone, High Elder of the Rakasakan Order. Huh. I got some stuff. You have acquired a new armor piece. Most armor belong to sets, each providing a different array of stats. Wearing pieces of the same set can provide additional bonuses. Okay, so the thing is, I think I skipped this the first time. I mean, like, I didn't even open that chest. Okay, let's just equip all the armor pieces. Oh, they're already equipped. Everything is equipped. What's this? Consumables. This is for the mark of the expense garnering favor. Okay, and that replenishes. Okay, so that's on left and that's on down. All right. All right. Okay, lock on with... Okay. Fine, I can do that. Switch targets. Okay, so lock on and lock off. Okay, left or right to switch targets. Got you. Okay, so... Lock on. Switch targets. Nice. Switching is pretty easy. Hold on a second. Oh, come on with this. It's my fault. It's my fault. This has happened before, and it actually happened on stream. So I should have known better. Let me just change the ports of my controller. And we're good to go. Consume. Okay. I just want to know. I just need to remember. Dash. Hold on. Dash. Okay, I think B is dash. Whoa, easy. Lock on. Dash! Dash! Fucking dash! Wading through knee-deep water prevents you from crouching. Okay. Okay, I think I... Okay, let's just get on with it. No, Jesus Christ. Okay. Can I just move along, please? That's the dash button, right? Hold on. What the hell is going on here? Okay, I'm back in the game. That's one thing about tutorials, it kind of pisses me off. It kind of pisses me off with tutorials, like you're going through it and these... I mean, it's all for the best. I get it. I get what it's there for. It's a tutorial and there's probably a way to skip it. But I'm just saying, it kind of annoys you when you're in the game and it keeps stopping to do this shit. Okay. L trigger and X to cast your equipped spell. That is actually very interesting information. To consume a charge of stigmata. Amethystus, and okay, so left is recover mana, right is recover health. Hold down L and A. Hold on, go back. Hold down. Okay. Oh, there you go. It's right there. L and X for the okay. The spell, and that's a spear. Okay, this is actually good. Because I never used the spell the first time I went through, so... It's good to start back from top whenever you're rusty as an old nail. Hold on. Here's the thing. What am I missing here? I just want to turn up the brightness. What am... Hold on a second. I just want to turn up the fucking brightness. Come on, man. I don't want to go back to the main menu, but I really want to turn up the brightness on this. I really need to... maybe it's one of those experiences that you can only adjust the brightness. No, it's the same thing. Like, what am I missing here? What am I missing here? Why isn't there a brightness setting? Okay, so I can't adjust the brightness. That is kind of weird. That is kind of weird, but okay. Okay, I guess what the devs are saying is if you want to adjust the brightness, adjust the brightness on your monitor. That's kind of weird. I'm gonna tell you that straight. That is kind of weird. But okay. Brightness. Okay then. That's fine. All right. I can see a little bit better now. I can see a lot better now, actually. Okay. I mean, I am a cat, so I should be able to just jump down, right? So here's the thing. Even though I've been here before, you take no damage from falling. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, because I'm a cat. There you go. Like a ninja. Alright. Walk or jump onto a rope automatically to walk. Walk or jump onto a rope. Okay, so take it easy now, Kitty. Remember, you don't like water. Cats don't like water. You know, I'm probably one of the very few people who give their cats a bath. Whoops, there you go. But I did that when I had cats. I'd give them baths. They didn't like it, but easy. Easy. They didn't like it, but oh, I could drop down. Jump off rope beat. Okay, so I could just drop down. Cool. I don't remember you guys coming to life, right? Right. If you step too close, you can clear corruption by what? You can by destroying its source. Okay. So then, hold on. The spell. Let me give the spell a shot. Does the mana regenerate by itself? No, it does not. Okay, so all right. End of the corruption. Go. Go. No, 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 kid. No, cat, no. was not my intention to get you wet. All right. Ah, there you go. Nice. Come on. Nice, nice. Woo! Hey, thanks for passing through. Yeah, it is Kristala. And it's better than I'm making it look. You know, I'm just not very skillful at it, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Just give me some time. You know? Okay, I thought I destroyed the source of the corruption, but... Oh, what the hell? Elite enemies are stronger versions of their normal counterparts, marked by their glowing red eyes. They pose a serious threat, but reward those who defeat them. Once slain, they will not respawn, which is good. Oh shit. Left trigger, come on. Lock on. That's it. I ain't got no more specials. Jesus Christ. It was just one hit. Just one hit, man. Come on. One hit and I was out. Huh. I gotta get that that dodging thing. Yeah, this has a Souls-like feel to it as well.
By Alarial descent are we Kristalans made kin, you and I. Ah, but blood alone does not make one Raksaka. No, oh no. The Order breed more.
Yeah, this has a Souls-like feel to it. Oh Jesus, I have to do this again? Well, all the better, cause clearly I need some practice. Hold on there. Hold on a second. First of all, how do I get... Retrieve and run. This is what I'm interested in right here. What is this? Shit, how do I get up here? Fuck it. Alright, we're going to fight. Fine, we'll fight it out then. Move! Jesus. Lord God, hold on, man. Jesus Christ! Parry or something, man. Fuck! You stuck or something? What the f... Come on, man. Oh, come on with that stumbling, fumbling bullshit, man. Whoa. Alright, so those won't respawn. I'm getting accustomed to this whole mechanic, the whole gameplay mechanic, so I'm getting a little bit better, slowly but surely. But hey, at least those don't respawn. But yeah, this definitely got the Souls-like thing going on for it. Okay, I need some health. But it's good that those guys don't respawn. So in the event that I get knocked on my ass, take your time now. Take your time. In the event that I get knocked out, because my life is really low, I won't have to go through that garbage again. Let's see if there's some health over here. No. That's fine. Is there a mushroom? Can I take it? No? Sorry, is this where I'm coming from? Oh shit, this is where I'm coming from. Oh shit, I went the wrong way. This is where I'm coming from, isn't it?
By Alarial descent are we Kristalans made kin.
Alright, can I save? At least?
Blood alone does not make one Raksaka.
Somebody,
No.
will this guy shut up? Thank you. Okay, I think I went the wrong way. I guess. I only have... I ain't got no points. Yeah, I ain't got shit. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I ain't got nowhere to travel to. So I made a big circle. It's fine. It's
The
fine.
order is a breed.
You see, it looked familiar. Oh, Jesus Christ. Really? Fucking... Oh, but I got my health back, though. Well, that counts for something. I don't even mind fighting these guys again because... You know... I really do need to Practice, Jesus Christ. I need to practice. Yeah, I need to. There has to be something. I suspect there's something that I'm doing wrong. I think there's some kind of mechanic where if you dodge at the right time, it slows down or something. There's more to learn. Not gonna say no to that. There is more to learn. Okay, so once I go back to that shrine or whatever it is, I get the health back, but then everybody else also respawns, except for that one guy. And everything, every crate, everything respawns. Okay, fine. Lock from the other side. Copy that. Okay, this is probably my sense of direction making this thing look harder than it really is. Because I'm not certain how the hell I got back here. Jesus Christ. It's fine. It's fine. Blood. Is somebody moving in there? Oh shit, there is somebody moving in there. Huh. Okay, so far there's nowhere else to go. I go this way. I go down here. And what I did was I went through there. And that's where the circle was. And I can't get past here unless I destroy the source of the corruption, and I don't see the source of the corruption. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just thinking out loud. Fine. And so that's why I went this way. When I went this way, there was this guy who does not respawn, correct? Hold on there. Hold on. But this is... That's right. And this takes me back to where I came from. Okay. Okay. Okay then. How do I get up there? Has to be up there. Okay. And this is where I came from, correct? Hold on a second here. Hold on. Fuck. Seriously? What the hell am I missing? Worker in sense of direction, Wayne. Worker in sense of direction. Your sense of direction is questionable. So I didn't have to fight that guy at all then. And if I attempt to run through this, What do I have to lose? Maybe I can. Maybe it doesn't kill me instantly. No, that's painful as fuck. Hold on. I'm gonna run through it. I'm gonna run through it regardless. Go, 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 go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. What the fuck? It just puts me back here. Okay. Alright, well. Process of elimination, I suppose. Process of elimination. Alright. That didn't work. And that's where I came from. So, okay, I'm missing something here. I'm clearly missing a big, gigantic picture here. What this is telling me is that I didn't really go anywhere. By going this way, I basically took the long way around. Right. Right. There's nowhere else to go. Let's go this way then. Well, I'm not going to jump into the water because the cat doesn't like the water, but that's where I'm coming from. What am I missing? Hell am I missing? Son of a bitch! Okay. Fine. That was definitely on me. Okay, so that's how you block with LB. Okay, blocking reduces incoming damage depending on the defensive stats of the weapon you are using. Blocking attacks lowers your balance, so you're going to stumble and fall. Okay. Going below 0 balance renders you exhausted. Taking damage while exhausted will unbalance you, but okay, fine. Leaving you open to a critical, okay? Some actions like heavy attacks or... Okay. Definitely Souls-like territory, but I got you. This is how you do the parries. Okay. Okay. So I can lower their balance by doing a parry. Form a takedown on an unbalanced. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I know about the dash. Yeah, I figured that out on my own. Perfecting time will result in a perfect dodge. That I saw that. Invulnerable while dashing. Okay. Jesus. Hold on. Stop running. See, I was never really good at I'd like to do some stealth if you guys don't mind. I'm a cat for Christ's sake. Stealth is my thing. Like the head-on thing, not... Alright. You guys don't expect me to take on all these guys head-on, do you? Like stealth. When did the stealth instructions come by? There has to be some stealth in here. You can't possibly. How do I crouch? There you go. Hold B to crouch and move silently. Backstab unaware enemies by doing RB behind their backs. Crouching in tall grass will hide you from enemies. This is good. This is good. Enemies can spot or hear you. Once alerted, they will attack and may also draw other again. Makes sense. Oh, you hold it. You have to keep... No. Nice. But you're moving too fast. Jesus Christ, he saw me. Fuck. I really wanted to do the stealth thing, you know. Jesus Christ. Okay, I can't see anything. Camera issues. I can't see anything. You can stand up now. Your cover is blown. You can stand up now. It's fine. I really wanted to do the stealth thing. Okay, the movement is just it's too hard to move slowly. I like to move like that, but the stick sensitivity is just too high. Maybe I could do something about that in settings perhaps. I doubt it though. Okay. Gone 10 shoe. Straight 10 shoe stealth assassin up in here. See, I want to kill your friend. Take it easy, 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 easy. There you go. Warm and easy. That was kind of annoying. That was kind of annoying. So, because I was waiting to see if there's going to be a button prompt. When crouched, and this is just my opinion for now, but when crouched, you should move slower. Naturally, you should just move slower. I get it that you're a cat, but since the stick sensitivity is so high, and this is to the devs, once I'm in a crouching position, this hind legs, I mean on all four, I should be able to move slower without It should be just automatic. I should be just moving slower. That's what I'm saying. And the reason why the stealth didn't work a while ago, as far as I know, is because I was waiting for a button prompt. I didn't see a button prompt, so I thought I should just do it whenever. And I did it whenever and it didn't work. But I still want to do the stealth thing, so let me see if I can do it on this guy. RB, they say. RB. What the Okay. So, hold on a second. So, because what happened is I saw the red dot and I thought that was it. But you said I didn't want to go too close because, like I said, the stick sensitivity is so high that I had to kind of be inching and inching and inching. But I didn't see a prompt. I saw the red thing and I pressed RB. I think that was the right button. RB, and it didn't do the kill. Let me see something. I just wanted to see if maybe I'd like to see the instructions again, is basically what I'm saying. And the crouch button being the same as the dash button is kind of uncomfortable. It's going to take some getting used to. I'm not saying I won't get used to it, but for now it just feels kind of weird, you know? So, an enemy is nearby. I want to crouch, and I'll be thinking, just press B and you crouch. But no, you press B and the cat does that. And that's probably going to get the attention of the enemy you want to be hiding from. To crouch, you actually have to hold it down. So, you know, I see how that could work, but I'm not certain if I want those two buttons to be the same. I still want to do that stealth thing again. I think there's one more person. You see, I know I've got a mission. Also, is there a map? For us with questionable senses of direction, is there a map? Okay, there's a guy right there. I think he saw me. Yeah. But, hold on a second, man. Hold on. There has to be a way to move slow. Weapon ability. Block, deflect. Weapon ability. Heavy attack, light attack, dash, double tap. What? Double tap to dodge? I didn't know you double tap to dodge. Huh. Switch weapon. Cast spells. Consumables. Heal, okay. Menu. Toggle targeting. Sprint. See, but the cat is always sprinting as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so maybe there isn't a way to... I really wish I could move slow. I really do wish I could move slow. Camera sensitivity. Wouldn't be camera... Takedown input. Use input from light attack, heavy attack, or to perform any takedown. What do you mean? Okay, leave it at that. Smart targeting, unbalanced targeting, toggle sprint. That's not gonna help. When you simply press the sprint input rather than holding, yeah, that's not gonna help. Hold on, tutorial, hold on. Stealth. Hold B to crouch and move silently. There's no prompt. Backstab unaware enemies by pressing RB behind their backs, crouching into. Okay, so I guess I just have to go closer, but I really wish there was a way to move slower. It feels like something very essential. Like, you see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? There, you see what I'm saying? It's just like, I mean, yeah, I want to move fast, but Jesus fucking Christ, it was behind me the entire time. Fuck. So if that's not sprinting, Jesus Christ. Okay, I get it. It's a cat. I get it. It's a cat. But come on, man. You see, it's gonna take some getting used to on my side, but apparently with all the updates that this game has got, since nobody, I guess I'm the only person who complained about that. I guess if more people found a problem with it, it would have been changed. But I'm just saying, like, in order to move slowly, it's really difficult. It's like a really small window to walk. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying there should be a walk button, like hold a button down and then move. Let me see something. Hold on. Ross. This. Okay. 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 Alright. This works. My bad. This works. So if I hold down block and walk, I'll get it. Fine. I can work with this. I can work with this. Alright. So if I want to move slowly, I hold down LB. I can work with that. Let me see something. If I crouch and I hold LB, no, I can't crouch and hold. Okay, that's fine though. I can still work with that. I would like to be able to move slowly when crouched. That would be cool. Just like, it's hard to, yeah, that's kind of weird. But alright, at least there's a way. At least there is a way. It would be nice, developers, if there was a button, like a dedicated button to move slowly, because this workaround that I came up with, this shit, I didn't even know there was somebody else there. If I knew, I'd actually use them as practice. Come on. Yeah, I can get used to that. But what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted is that if there was a button dedicated to moving slowly, because this only works when you're walking, but the time where you really need to move slow is when you're crouched. Let me see something. What if I hold this down? No, there's no way for me to do that. That'd be really cool. It's just a suggestion, devs. You know, do what you will with it. But I think that'd be really cool for a game that requires stealth and the fact that you're a cat. Because, yeah, I guess that cats move fast. Somebody's coming, isn't it? Somebody's coming. The music is playing. Somebody saw me. What I'm saying is cats move slowly as well. I've seen cats go for their prey. A cat is going for a bird or something. It's the stealthiest creature you've ever seen. I've owned many cats and I've watched them and I think it's like art. They'll take their very little time, calm, patient, and this is how they move. Now I'd like to be able to move like this, but there should be a button dedicated to it because it's too much. It's just too easy to make a mistake. You press them just a little bit harder and you start running. So if you guys could do that, I'd love it. But I get it, if it's not in demand, if a lot of people aren't complaining about it, then it ain't gonna change because that means majority vote rules, and I totally get that and I respect that. But I'd absolutely love if I could just do that. But for now, I'll work with this. Anyway, my other query, my other I don't want to call it a complaint because I don't think I'm complaining, but a map would be really cool because right now, like if there was a map to begin with, I wouldn't have taken so long to realize I could hop on that tree branch and do the thing across, because there was no paint or any markings or anything or any scratches to say I could jump on that. I just kind of figured that out on my own, and there's nothing wrong with that. But a map would come in really handy, because right now my sense of direction is kind of messed up, and I could very well be going back to from where I came. Yeah, I'm not certain if I'm going in the right direction. I completely lost track of where I'm going. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going in the right direction. I'm just saying, devs, a mini-map, anything. Hold on, is there a map? Equipment, inventory, settings, journal, tutorial. There is, so far, I don't see a map. Unequipped select. I don't want to be saying it's not there and it's there. But I see no map. And a map would be really, that'd be really cool. Seek out Dibal. Reach the village. This kind of looks like the village, but if you guys are saying it's not the village, fine. But a map would be really handy though, So they're always locked from the other side. Okay. Okay. Where's the source? Or am I just not supposed to go this way? There's no branch to swing on this time. There's no opening. So that is definitely a no-no. Fine. Yeah, that's just me, that's just my sense of direction. It needs work. I'm working on it, but in-game, in real life, worst in-game, like, I couldn't tell you where I came from. And a little minimap could set some waypoints. I get it, there are some developers who decide not to add maps to their experiences, and that's a choice that you're free to do. This is where I came from. I remember here. That's the branch. Fine. Yeah, I get it that some developers don't use maps. This is not the first time I've heard about this, but I'd still prefer a map. Alright, so technically I'm going in the right direction. Can I go in here? A door that actually opens. Oh shit. Lingering favor. A lingering favor. First I saw lingering flower. Then I saw lingering flavor. Alright. Yeah, this is my main gripe with Kristala with Kristala is the movement. It's like it's too erratic for me. This cat needs to slow down, and this shouldn't be the only way to get this cat to slow down. Again, developers, if there's something that I'm missing, because I do that all the time, especially in first impressions, I could be missing something. But that also helps to make me disoriented when every move is it's almost like every move is a sprint. And then this is not sprinting. This is sprinting. The cat can actually move faster. That's fucking crazy. So remember, devs, I get it. Cats move fast, but cats also move slow. Cats move with precision. And I get it. And if I'm the only guy who's saying this, then it's never going to change. I totally respect that. If there's something I'm doing wrong. But a map and the movement is just too erratic. It really kind of throws me off. Okay, so basically all signs are pointing to the going this way. But there's no more branches to swing on. That is not the source right there. I'm going to get my ass killed if I touch that. The magic thing doesn't work. It's not going to hit it. So, shit. And this kind of looks like the village. I mean, they said reach the village. I've seen at least 2 places so far that kind of look like the village. And this is, I'm just going to check again, but I'm pretty sure this is a gate that was closed on the other side. Right, got you. Maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe it's here. Hold on. Yeah? All right. Duck, please. Duck. Take your time. We're going to get this stuff. We're going to get this one this time. If I stand, his back is turned to me. It is. Walk. Take your time. 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 Where's the prompt? Got it. Boom. I got it. Okay, so the red dot was the prompt. I know I saw it before, but clearly I did something wrong. I just need to slow down. And once this cat slows down, I'll get my bearings and we can get something done. Nice. So stealth works. What I'm feeling with Kristala is basically... Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck. 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 Can we just go back through here and just pretend this never happened? Are you guys gonna follow me through here? Because if you do, you're both gonna fucking die. They're coming. Okay, open area. What I'm feeling with Kristala is Jesus. I told you you're both gonna die. Yeah, what I'm feeling with Kristala is an indie feel. Is that they're doing their best and I respect what they're doing. But it is an indie title. Okay, there's no Dark Souls budget behind this. So they're doing their best and I can totally respect that, but that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that indie thing. I ain't gonna be disrespectful and call it indie junk. Okay, and or indie slop. Nothing like that. It's a very good game. But I'm still feeling that indie. And I'm feeling it in the movements. Like that, the movements need some refinements. It needs some refinement. It needs to be polished out. It needs some ironing out. That's what it's lacking. It's lacking a little bit of that polished feel. The second you pick this up, you're gonna feel that it's indie. And you know, I'm not saying that's an excuse. I'm saying that's a reason. And I believe it's gonna feel better eventually. It's just some more work that the devs have to do, that's all. But the movements, you know, I'm not even going to get into the camera thing because I've seen big AAA games that still can't get cameras right to this day. But the movements feel, ooh, fuck. I really want to kill you though. I really want to kill you using stealth. I do like the fighting mechanic. Everything feels kinda rough. That's the truth. Everything feels kinda rough. I like it, but everything feels kinda rough. Yeah, this is one of those gates that were closed from the other side. Totally got it. If I could get a save point, that'd be great. That'd be great, you know, because I'm out of health. And there are so many. Does that guy have a gun? Holy shit, that guy has a fucking gun. Alright. I really need to be able to move slowly when I'm crouched, though, developers. You know, I really need to be able to move slowly. And not like this. This is not it. This doesn't work. Just barely touching the left stick isn't good enough. That's not reliable. At any minute, yeah, it's just you have to have this slow down thing, man. Because I'd like to kill him stealthily, but Jesus, wait till he turn off. And we'll walk up. This is be cool. Turn your back, son. Turn your back. Yeah. Shit, his friends are there, but they did not see. I like that. Sometimes stupid AI works. Whoa, the fuck. Sometimes silly AI works for me. Okay, I can't. There's no way I can take those two out or one out without the other seeing. let's just move on. If we can leave those guys alone, that would work for me. Yeah. And there's one more over there. Let me go this way. Let me take the long way. Hold on there. There's something here. There's something here. Echoes. Weapons of talismans have specific echo slots. So, not all echoes will fit every armament. Utilize them accordingly to match your playstyle. A blacksmith should be able to help you imbue more echoes to your gear. Now that's going right back to where I started. And if I go all the way back and save, everybody's going to come back. I can't afford that. I'm going to have to figure this shit out. Shit. Okay. Okay. Alright. You won't see me. I trust you will not see me. I'll move swiftly. Let him come back one more time. One more time. I'll trust you're the only one there. Let me see if I can inch up a little bit closer from now. Take your time. Slowly, 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 slowly. Eat. Right there is fine. And if you're the only one there, then boom. Relax, relax, relax. Relax. I'm not going into that. Oh shit, no, that's a dead guy. Where is he? Yeah, that's just a dead guy. Alright. We pick this up and then we'll head over to the boat. There really needs to be an option that allows you to go on all fours like a real cat and move as slow as this. I'm not going over there because I'm going to fall into the water. Keep saying reach the village though. I mean, if this isn't the village, where the hell is the village? Ooh, you're never gonna turn your back, are you? Let's just give you a little bit of time, because if you turn your back, that'd be great. That'd be great. That'd be great. That'd be great. But you're not gonna turn your back, are you? Like some distraction mechanics would also help. You know, like, you know, the regular stuff. You throw a rock and it goes somewhere else. You know, video game bullshit. That help right now. So he's not gonna move, but I think he's the only one there. So boom, block, strike, boom. Okay, let's do this. Lock, block, lock on, lock on, lock on, lock on, lock on. Back up, back up, back up, sister. Hold on. Yeah, it's I guess devotion. You gain Chris by killing enemies. When you acquire enough Chris, you gain devotion. Devotion can be exchanged at Elarial fonts to level up. I think that's excellent. Yeah, what I was about to say is that it's not really Souls-like, it's more Souls-light. I'm not certain if somebody made that shit up as yet, that term, but it's more Souls-light than Souls-like. Oh, I remember here. Oh, shit! And there's the guy with the fucking... Hold on, hold on, hold on. Can I lock on to him from now? Okay, lock on to him from now. Guy's got like a fucking... Damn, he went down quickly. He went down quickly. Alright. That guy saw me. Yeah, I don't like this workaround that I had to find in order to... Is somebody coming? Somebody coming. Shit, this is not gonna work out. This workaround that I had to find in order to sneak up on these guys, I'm not liking it. It's like, it just feels cumbersome and wrong. Fuck! It's fine. It's fine. It's just like I'm gonna have to go all the way back and everybody else is gonna respawn, and it's fine. I should have had us. There should have been a save somewhere around there, but that's the Soul's Light part that I'm talking about. And of course, whenever you find the heavier enemies, whatever they call them, they have a little Souls-like feel to them, but it's not entirely Souls-like.
Do get about.
Yeah, so I'm gonna call it for today. Because I said an hour and I'm an hour and like an hour and a half in. It's fine though. I mean, I'll give Kristala credit where credit is due. And I'll be honest, that it does still feel a bit rough. You guys saw what happened at the start. First of all, the intro cut sequence was playing choppy. I saw that. I didn't mention it, but it was, and everybody saw that. And then I made the intro cutscene play all the way through, and then it just hung up right there where you could hear the game in the background, but it froze on the last frame of the cutscene. So that needs to be ironed out. And the movement, I'm not 100% with the movement. It feels like it really needs some more refinement. This game requires stealth, and you're a cat. That says so much. You're a cat in a stealth experience. It's not entirely stealth because it's an action RPG. I totally get that, but it's an action RPG with stealth elements. And you're a cat. I mean, I keep saying the thing about the cat. I mean, stealth is stealth. You could have been a ninja. You could have been a special ops, spec ops, whatever. Stealth is stealth. I get that. But you're a cat. So that even drives it home a whole lot more. Cats move with stealth. Yes, cats move really fast when they have to. Really swift. Like a ninja. But everybody knows, anybody who's seen a cat in action, which is about every single person in Earth, a cat moves really slowly when it's time to pounce. That's the stealth right there. So these guys are rats, the enemy. They're vermin, they're rats. I'm going to pounce. I go into stealth mode. The instructions tell you, the best way to sneak around in high grass or whatever, to be undetected, is to go, I guess you could call it prone or semi-prone. I mean, cats don't really go prone, but I guess to go on all fours is as prone as they'll get. So fine, let's call it prone. You go prone. When you go prone, you can't move slowly. So developers, this is just my suggestion. I know it seems like I'm rambling, but a thought just crossed my mind. But let me stick to the point. My suggestion is that whenever you go prone, you automatically move really slow. It's stealth time. When prone, if you need to move fast, you press down on the L stick. Just like when you're standing and you sprint. So if you press down on the L stick while you're prone, you don't get up and run, you start to move fast, prone. You want to stand up and run? You stand up, run. You want to stand up and sprint? Because the cat is always running. They say sprinting, but this cat is always sprinting. The cat is always moving fast. That's a really, I didn't really do enough research to say no one else brought this up. But Kristala now has a mostly positive rating on Steam, so it looks like everybody's happy except for me. But I got real issue with that. It's stealth, guys. Come on. You go prone, you move slow. Or the same way I can stand and hold the block button and the cat moves slower, which is janky. That ain't right. Let there be a button dedicated to moving slow then. So whether I'm prone or I'm standing, there's a walk button, because this feline moves way too fast all the time, and you guys have to know this. Clearly, you developers are cat lovers, so you have a lot of cats around you. People are part of the dev team, they love their cats. The person in charge of this, if it's one person, I know it's not a one-person development team, but if there's this one bigger head who came up with the idea of playing as cats, clearly somebody loves cats. So you guys know how cats move. This ain't cat-like. The swiftness, yeah, but the stealth, man, the stealth needs work. To put it in a nutshell, the stealth needs work. I don't care if everybody else likes it. That's hard to believe. The stealth needs work, unless there's something that I'm totally missing. I don't believe that there's an upgrade that I need to have to make a cat move stealthily. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm not going to say, well, maybe I need to play this longer so I can get this perk or this upgrade on a skill tree or whatever so I can move. That doesn't make any sense. A cat, I see kittens do it. So, you know, the stealth needs work, my friends. And the overall movement feels kind of erratic, and it probably goes back to the cat moves really fast thing. But there's a way to smoothen that out. I'm certain. I'm no game developer, but even the motion in general, it's kind of off-putting. That's where I feel the indie in Kristala. Because, you know, I'm not going to talk about Expedition 33 or any of those incredibly successful indie games that are moving at AAA level. I'm not going to compare you guys' thing to that, because that's not right. That's not what this is about. I enter into your development meetings. I'm at a part of your dev team. I don't know how many people are on the team. I don't know the experience of anybody on the team. So therefore, I'm not going to compare it to something like Expedition 33. But I am going to say, look at Kristala, for example. The visuals are great. Not AAA, but they're great. The voice acting is good. Overall sound, it sounds good. There are certain things about this that doesn't scream indie. Like the second you look at it, you kind of say, well, this has to be an indie game. No. So I'm saying the same way you guys could have gotten certain things right, where that is concerned, the movement, there can be refinements to the movement, and you guys can do it whether you're indie or not, because I've seen it before without comparing you guys to anybody else. I know it is possible. I just feel like I'm the only one complaining about it at this point. But I guess maybe if I go back and I read some more reviews on Steam, but I don't need company, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that kind of guy. I don't need strength in numbers, you know what I'm saying? If I feel a particular way about something, I don't need to hear everybody else up in arms to say, hey, okay, fine. I got company, I got strength in numbers, I got some people on my side. No, I'll be the one guy looking right when everybody else is looking left, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit about popular opinion. My opinion matters, and I believe that the motion, the movements need refinement, and that's where this game screams indie the most. The minute someone starts to play this, somebody who is not, you know, like, they don't really care. They're not really empathetic towards indie devs or Astral Clock Tower Studios or anything in particular. They have no bias towards Kristala. Somebody just get up unforgiving, don't give a shit, spent their money, bought this, they start to play it. The minute they start to move, they're gonna say this feels indie. And indie or not, your game doesn't have to feel indie. I've been in this game for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you watch my promos, it'll say the Lab Video Game TV has been about since 2003. That's over 20 years, right? But that's just a TV series. My point is, I've been doing this since the fucking 80s. I've been in this long enough. I've played enough games to be able to say that I know that it can feel better, and I trust you guys being the guys, the cool folks you are, who's always taking constructive criticism well, always learning, always listening to your player base. You listen to me as well, and you'll add some more much needed refinements to the movement, because here's the roadmap. Yeah, we're good. We can quit. I'm not gonna go on much longer. This is actually not my usual streaming time either. I usually stream in the AM, and it's but I just really wanted to stream Kristala because I like it. I like it. So hold on a second. Give me a second. The roadmap. Continued bug fixes and optimization. So yeah, ongoing performance improvements and stability updates, UI and menu refinements, continued enemy AI and boss polish, expanded character customization, transmogrification system. What is that? Paired with a mirror mechanic to customize your character after initial create. Okay. Expansion on the spell trees. Subcategories in existing weapon types with variations on moveset. Training grounds area, okay, where players can undergo comprehensive combat training. Interesting. Challenge modes and a new Game Plus mode. Switch and switch to ports. Multiplayer features, that's interesting. Major world expansion with new regions, stories, and quests. Additional side quests. So yeah, I can tell that you guys are in it for the long haul. The near future updates is where I'd look to see, like, I mean, it says menu refinements, performance improvements, stability updates, bug fixes and optimization. Bug fixes and optimization, excellent. So what happened to me at the start, that can be fixed. And any little junk that we may find, but the movement is kind of janky, guys, and you know, I guess you don't really have to spell out every single thing. Features and priorities may evolve as development continues. Totally get it. These guys, I mean, I'm not certain how many titles these guys have ever developed before this. I'm almost sure I've never experienced any other Astral Clock Tower Studios titles, so I can't really speak for the devs to say, well, you know, they have a track record or anything like that. The only track record I can say they have is from Kristala, because this has been out since 2024, so they're 2 years in, and they seem committed. So that's cool. I'm just gonna keep fingers crossed. I have a good feeling about these guys, and I think they're passionate and they believe in what they're doing, and I think they've been proving that so far. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna abandon this anytime soon. I don't think so. You just said the issues that I have, they have not been addressed in the roadmap. Well, yes, some of them, but my major issue is the movement. Stealth needs some work, developers. Stealth needs some work. A special thanks once again to all my viewers on Trovo Live, on Twitch, and on YouTube. However little or many of you pass through, I appreciate you all. This has been Kristala by developer and publisher Astral Clock Tower Studios. A special thanks once again to PlayerFound for hooking me up with the Steam key. I appreciate it. You can grab Kristala on PlayStation 5, on your Xbox Series platform, or on Steam. And to the Switch players, it's coming to Nintendo Switch 1 and 2. Release date to be announced. It had a rough 1.0 launch, but these guys have been putting in some work, and it moved from either mixed. I think it was mixed. I don't think it was very negative. I think it was a mixed rating a couple of weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or so, and it's up to a mostly positive, and that's one hell of a leap. So, you know, even though I have my critiques, I have my issues with it, it proves that the guys are putting in some work over there. The guys and gals over by Astral Clock Tower Studios, they are putting in some work, so they're not going to leave this hanging high and dry. And I respect that. So despite my little complaints and thing, you know, you guys can check it out for yourself. There is a demo available on the PlayStation Store. There's a demo available on Steam, I believe. I'm not certain if there's a demo available on Xbox. Maybe there is. My point is, you can test the waters before jumping in. You can check out some other videos. You can do your research, do your due diligence, and see if it's for you. But this is a really cool action RPG. It looks good, and for some parts, it feels good. Once you guys are able to sort out the stealth, if you decide to sort out the stealth, if everybody else is happy with it, then you guys won't sort it out, because clearly you guys are happy with the stealth because you released the game with a stealth mechanic like this. And this isn't a bug, it is not a glitch, it is a part of the mechanic where you have a cat, and the cat, it's hell to get this cat to move slowly, and the game requires stealth. It is an action RPG, and most action RPGs that I've experienced over my decades in gaming does not require stealth. So I get that. If this was, let's say it was The Ascent, totally get it. If it was Gauntlet, totally get it. There's no reason, I don't recall there being a reason to move stealthily in The Ascent. If it's an ARPG like that, then I get it. But you guys created an ARPG that requires stealth. I say it again for the 100th time. You're playing as a cat. There's stealth mechanics. You're playing as a cat. You can't move slowly. It's hell to move slowly. You're given the option to crouch, to move prone on all fours. And you can't move slowly while you're moving. Yes, you can gauge it by barely touching the left stick, but that's crazy. It's too sensitive. It doesn't work, guys. You guys have to fix the stealth. Please fix the stealth, guys. Just fix the fucking stealth. And I'll return. I'm not saying I'll ever play this again if the stealth isn't repaired. Like, I'll check back again in maybe a month or so. Or if for some reason I find this information somewhere else that the stealth has been fixed. But if I check back in a month or so and the stealth still it hasn't been fixed, the movement hasn't been refined, then that'll be it. I would not return. And I wouldn't recommend it either. I'll recommend Kristala now, simply because I see the potential and I see the improvement, and apparently a lot of other people like it. This may be just a me thing, but for me personally, I wouldn't be moving forward with the movements like this. The stealth has to be fixed, guys. You just can't do that. You can't do that in a stealth. Anyway, like I was saying, thanks to all for watching. I really appreciate it. My Caribbean family, you can check out the TV series of Lab Video Game TV in 25 Caribbean countries on Flow 1 and on the Stream Blue app in the Caribbean. And you can check out the Lab Video Game TV's gaming news every Thursday at 4 p.m. during the Sage Projects on Ontario's Island Radio 101.3 FM. Also live at cjai.ca, and the gaming news releases the following Friday, the day after, usually in the AM. And the latest gaming news is out right now. You can check it out on the website at thelabvideogametv.com, or you can check it out on YouTube, and it'll also be on the TV series as well. Thanks again to all for watching. Thanks to PlayerFound for hooking me up with the Steam key for Kristala. Like I said, I left links on Trovo Live, I left links on YouTube, I left links in the chat on Twitch. If you guys want to go straight to the Steam page and grab it, you can. Buyer beware. It's good, it has ambition, it has potential, and the devs seem committed. So yeah, I can say I can recommend it right now. Buyer beware, just approach cautiously. That's all I'm saying. Check it out for yourself first. Play the demo. If the movements work for you and I'm the only guy in Earth who has an issue with it, then go for it. Grab this one. It looks good. For some parts, it feels good. Voice acting is good. Promising roadmap ahead. So yeah, but do not hop into this and buy it and then be like me, who is not happy with the stealth controls, not happy with the stealth mechanics, not happy with the motion, the movement on a whole. It feels kind of erratic and unrefined, unpolished. Then you jump into it and say, what the fuck? But this guy recommended it. No, I recommend it with caution. So yeah, this has been one more round of Select Live here on the Lab Video Game TV Live, where our game is never over.
You're watching the Lab Video Game TV Live. Our game is never over.
This episode of the Lab Video Game TV is sponsored by Prism Games.
One very unique VR co-op puzzle adventure is dropping this summer. Arguably The best VR mech sim is getting a co-op campaign, and a whole bunch more indie and VR releases inbound. It's one more round of the Lab Video Game TV. Damier, Lila, and Ghost takes an innovative approach to puzzles in VR.
Iron Rebellion
It's close to its highly anticipated single-player co-op campaign. And we're getting ready for more freestyle clips. You want in? Send your best gameplay clips to contact at thelabvideogametv.com to be featured on Flow 1 in 25 Caribbean countries. Grab a MetaQuest key for Interlocked Puzzle Islands in this episode's Game Key giveaway. Be in the know. Visit the website at thelabvideogametv.com and download the Stream Blue app to watch us on Flow on the go. Check out the Lab Video Game TV's gaming news during the Sage Projects on Ontario's Island Radio, 101.3 FM and CJAI.ca every Thursday at 4 p.m. I'm the Sage, and you've just entered the Lab.
Watch Season 13 of the Lab Video Game TV in 25 Caribbean countries only on Flow 1. Download the Caribbean's premium streaming app Stream Blue to watch on the go. International video game and esports journalist Wayne Benjamin presents the Lab Video Game TV since 2003. Our game is never over.
This episode of the Lab Video Game TV is sponsored by Talent Digital.
It's birds versus worms, vampires versus humans, and a whole bunch more indie and VR releases inbound. It's one more round of the Lab Video Game TV. Talent Digital hosted a playtest for this hilarious new PvP extraction shooter called Pecking Order. Dennis Dyack, the creative director behind Eternal Darkness and Legacy of Kain of indie publishing and development company Apocalypse Studio, releases Dead House Sonata on Steam. And there's a whole lot of new indie and VR experiences just waiting to be experienced. The Lee Meister Papalema, while escorting Diana in Pragmata, finished the opposition at point blank range in this week's freestyle clip. You want in? Send your best gameplay clips to contact at thelabvideogametv.com to be featured on Flow 1 in 25 Caribbean countries. Grab a PS5 key for it reaches in this episode's Game Key giveaway. Be in the know. Visit the website at thelabvideogametv.com. Download the Stream Blue app to watch us on Flow on the go. Check out the Lab Video Game TV's gaming news during the Sage Projects on Ontario's Island Radio, 101.3 FM and CJAI.ca every Thursday at 4 p.m. I'm the Sage, and you've just entered the Lab. Originally released in early access on Steam June 6, 2024 by developer and publisher Astral Clocktower Studios. Now with a 1.0 release on PC, PS5 and Xbox Series on April 23, 2026 with a Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 release date to be announced. Kristala, the Vermin vs. Feline Dark Fantasy ARPG, had a rough 1.0 release. I read the reviews, took it for a spin myself, and while I did like it, its visuals, gameplay mechanics, story, and voice acting, I did experience some of the rough edges. However, I must applaud these indie developers. For what's looking like a redemption comeback story, Kristala is looking and feeling better, with bugs being squashed relentlessly by the dev team, who are taking constructive criticism well and working tirelessly to deliver on this ambitious project with at least 17 patches since the 1.0 launch. Now with the latest Resurgence update. If you've been with Kristala since early access or are new to the fight, now is a great time to jump in or back in, thanks to Player Found for the Steam key.
And so begin we again, Raxaka.
Watch Season 13 of the Lab Video Game TV in 25 Caribbean countries only on Flow 1. Download the Caribbean's premium streaming app Stream Blue to watch on the go. International video game and esports journalist Wayne Benjamin presents the Lab Video Game TV since 2003. Our game is never over.
You're watching the Lab Video Game TV Live. Our game is never over.